Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be transforming myself into a Bratz style. So if you want to see how I got this look, just keep on watching. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with my skin first. I like to do my skin first because I don't know, it just makes me move a little bit quicker. But I'm using my Good Molecules Moisturizing Primer, and I always use too much and do too much. So as you see, I spilt a little bit here, but that's okay. It's really nice and moisturizing. It's almost like a lotion in a way. Like, I love this primer. It's definitely one of my favorites. So I'm just rubbing that into my skin. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply my foundation. I'm using the Fenty Beauty Soft Matte Foundation in the shade 450. And I am going to insert a picture of the Bratz doll look that I'm pretty sure this is Yasmin. It's like a pretty purple eyeshadow type of look, and that's what I'm doing today. And by the way, the brush that I'm using is the Real Techniques Insta Pop Cheek brush. I love both this one and their foundation brush, but I don't know, I just had this one closer to me, so I grabbed the cheek one today. And then I'm going to conceal my face. I'm using the Boi-ing, I think it's called the Boi-ing concealer from Benefit Cosmetics. Y'all, they sent me this because I'm a part of Benefit Club Pink, and I have not put this concealer down since I got it. Like, this is my favorite concealer right now. I'm using number 10 and number 11. Right now I'm using number 11, and then I'm going to use number 10 because it's a little bit brighter, just to kind of really brighten up my under eye, because I love a bright under eye, especially for a Bratz style look. You know, I want to look nice and snatched. So usually I wouldn't use quite this much concealer, but I did kind of want to look animated since I was doing like a doll look. So yeah, I'm just highlighting all the spots that I usually would, and then I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out using my Real Techniques setting brush. I didn't film too much of this footage, but just know I used that brush to blend it out. And then I'm going back in with that Real Techniques Instapop cheek brush to just mesh that into my foundation. This just gives it a nice like melted look before I apply my contour. Then I'm going to contour. I use my Juvia's Place shade stick in the shade Katsina. That is my favorite thing to contour with. It's just nice and creamy, and I just love it. And I'm just using an angled like eyeshadow brush to blend that out around my nose. And I'm going to set that in place using my Prime Beauty setting powder. This is in the shade Golden Girl. I also used Honey Love. I mixed the two of them together, but they're both from the Prime Beauty, a black owned brand. Y'all make sure y'all support y'all black owned brands. I love this powder. It is definitely one of my favorites right now, and I'm using one of those setting wedges to apply it. I've been finding that the wedge just gives me so much more of like a buttery like look versus using a brush. So I'm definitely going to start incorporating those into my everyday routine. But I'm just setting that in place, and I'm going to kind of bake it a little bit. I'm not going too crazy with the powder, but I'm going to let it sit for just a little while. Now I'm going to go into my Composition notebook from the crayon case. I'm going to use the shade Bricky to go ahead and to define that contour around my nose. And I'm also going to lightly set the rest of my face using that shade as well, but I'm going to use a fluffy brush to do that. That is a Sigma eyeshadow brush that I'm using for this. I can't remember the name of it, but I'll have it down below. I like to use that shade in the Composition notebook to dust away that powder, just so I can take away a little bit of the like yellow cast from the powder, because I don't want it to look yellow. I just want it to look brightened, and this kind of like mellows out any tone that the powder leaves on my face. Now I'm going to bronze my face using that like lighter brown shade in the Crayon Cases blush binder. I absolutely love this shade to bronze my face. It's like just the right amount of brown and warmth at the same time. So I like to go hard with this. I don't even so much powder contour my face anymore. I'm more of a bronzer type of girl. I also added some blush off camera. I mixed a couple of the shades to get it how I wanted it, just so I can have like a dramatic blush. And then I'm doing my eyebrows. I'm using the Benefit Brow Pomade. I'm sorry I don't have the products in hand, guys. I meant to like show them before I use them, but it's been a while since I recorded, so bear with me, you guys. I'm just carving them out with that Benefit Brow Pomade, and then I'm going to go in with that same concealer I used on my face to just clean them up. Now for a base for my eyes, I'm using the P. Louise Blank Canvas. I love this stuff. It's nice and sticky, sticky enough for the eyeshadow to really just tack onto it and be very pigmented. But just make sure if you do use it that you only use a little bit. I swear, I know you always hear people say it, but honestly, a little bit goes a long way. If you use a lot, you will create a huge mess for yourself. So please make sure you take my advice on that. Then for the eyeshadow, we're using the Colored Raine Vivid Pigments palette. I'm going to be using those 3 purples on the right side of the palette. I'm starting off with that dark purple, and I'm just tapping that onto my lid. That's going to be like my base color. I'm really packing that color on because I want you to be able to see this color pretty much more than any color that I'm using today. Like the base of my look is a deep purple look, so I want you to be able to see it. And now I'm going to be using like the lavender more colors to just kind of smoke that out. I just wanted it to be just a little bit lighter around the edges, so I'm using the 2 lighter purples in the palette. And then I'm using my P. Louise base. This is the purple one. I can't think of the name, so I'll put it on the screen just to cut my crease. I'm just using like a cheap little like Amazon brush to go ahead and cut my crease. I swear, don't sleep on Amazon brushes, y'all. I'll put my link down below so you can get you some, you know, keep yourself stocked up on these brushes. And also, I don't know if you noticed, but I added some setting powder underneath my eye just in case I had some fallout, especially since I knew I was going to be using glitter. And I'm just setting that down using one of the lavender shades in that palette. This isn't absolutely necessary, but I just wanted to make sure I had something for the glitter to stick onto. So this is just a loose pigment that I have. It's like a white shimmery color. I'll have it in the description box. I'm just putting this underneath the glitter because I want it to have like an ombre effect, and I felt like if I added a shimmer underneath it, it would kind of create that illusion how I wanted it to. And now I'm adding some lilac glitter. I'll have the name down below so you can know exactly where I got it from. And off camera I added some dark purple glitter to the outer corner of that cut crease so it could have like the ombre effect. And I just wiped off that powder on my face. And now I'm gonna add some white liner to my under eye. I love doing this normally, but I really wanted it for this look because it just makes your eyes look a little bit bigger, you know, to kind of give like that Bratz style illusion. I also added some of that pigment to my inner corner to make my eyes look a little bit bigger as well. And of course we had to add a wing liner, and I used my e.l.f. liner for that. Period. And now I'm gonna add some lashes, some really cute dramatic lashes. These are from Plugged the Label. I'll have the Instagram name down below, and these are in the shade Electra. Super duper cute and dramatic, absolutely Bratz style. Now I am just overlining my lips with a brown lip liner from Sephora in the shade Molasses. Love this lip liner. I am gonna overline my top and bottom lip because you know the Bratz Styles has some nice luscious lips, and of course I already have nice luscious lips, but you know we're gonna add a little bit more pizzazz to them, so I'm overlining them just to give me that Bratz style look. And then I'm using my Juvia's Place lipstick. I believe this is the shade Me, and I'm just using that on the center of my lips. I'm gonna add a lip gloss on top of that, and this is from Beauty Marked & Co. I'll leave the name of this gloss down below just to give me like a little extra pizzazz. I'm adding a little bit of gloss to my lips, focusing mainly on the center of my lips just to add some dimension. And for highlighter, I'm using a throwback. This is the Moonchild highlighting palette from ABH. I mixed the silver and the purple shades together to do my highlight because I really wanted everything about this look to be purple. I almost wish I would have did my lips purple too, but I feel like that would have been overkill. But yeah, I'm going extra crazy with the highlight so it can look nice and glam like a Bratz doll. And you guys, that is the finished look. I just curled the ends of my hair and came up with this little cute hairstyle, put on some bamboo earrings, and that's it. Your girl is Yasmin herself. I should have drew on a mole, but I wasn't thinking, y'all. Let me know if you like this look down below. Of course, don't forget to hit subscribe and let me know how you like this in the comments. I will see you guys on the next video.